Good morning. Today is a dark day, a painful day, a sad day for the Jewish people all over the world. Yet it's a day that does bring us hope, as an entire nation embraced the Bibas family as they were laid to their final rest. Shiri, Ariel, and Kfir Bibas became known worldwide through the infamous picture of Shiri clutching her 4-year-old son Ariel and her 10 months old baby Kfir with a thin little blanket, and the fear and sheer terror in her eyes as she knew where she was being taken. And at those moments she was trying, even in the darkest moment, to do what every mother would do and to protect her little children, her little lions. And today, as the entire nation of Israel came to a halt, tens of thousands of people lining the streets in orange and Batman costumes, as Ariel loved, with signs and Israeli flags. Shiri and Ariel and Kfir were laid to rest, just as in that picture, in one coffin together, united in one embrace. How painful, how sad at this moment to listen to Yarden cry as he said to her, Shiri, this is the closest I've been to you since October 7th, and yet I can't hug you. I want to tell you about all the love and embrace we've gotten from the Jewish people. People tell me they'll never leave me alone, but yet they aren't you, and I need you at my side. And he pleads with his wife to watch over him from heaven and make sure he doesn't go to a dark place, and protect him. How painful and how sad. Yet there was a lot of hope watching these tens of thousands of people and a nation of millions and Jews all over the world embrace this family in the time of pain and desperation. You know, in this week's Torah portion, we read about the vessels in the temple, building a temple for God. And in the temple, there was the menorah, which we read about. And the menorah, which is a symbol of the state of Israel till today, the Torah tells us that it was made out of one chunk of gold, and that Moses didn't know how could he make the menorah out of one chunk of gold with the buttons and the flowers and the cups. If you ever saw the details of how the menorah was in the temple, he didn't understand, Moses, and he turned to God. He says, how do you want it to be miksha achat, one piece? And God told him to take the gold and throw it into the fire, and miraculously the menorah appeared. And the question, of course, is, why does it have to be made out of one piece? And why did it have to get thrown into the fire? And the answer, maybe after watching the last week and the Jewish community embracing each other and the Bibas family, maybe the answer is that just like the candelabra had 7 branches in the temple, so to us, the Jewish people, we're all unique. There's different branches, different people, different personalities, different levels of observance, different political allegiances and thoughts. And there's so many different details and intrinsic flowers and cups to the Jewish people. We're made up of so many. But yet, we illuminate with light, like gold. Gold never rots. Gold always perseveres and stays. And what the message was, that just as the menorah, we the Jewish people, with all our differences, need to embrace each other and cherish each other and love each other, as we've seen over this past time. But what may be the message by God telling Moses to throw the menorah into the fire was really saying to Moses, there will be a time when this menorah, this symbol of Judaism and the Jewish people, will be thrown into the fire, will be thrown into pain and suffering. But what will come out will be something that will be miksha achas, will be united, will be unbreakable, will be more illuminating than it has been before, will be stronger than it's ever been. And that's what we've seen in the last 16 months, 17 months. We've seen a community that's been thrown into fire, into the furnace of hate, of killing. And yet, In that darkest time, we've illuminated and shine more than ever and stronger than we've ever been. You know, last week we read the Ten Commandments. And in the Ten Commandments we read about the Jews dwelling at Mount Sinai and getting ready to receive the Torah. And the words the Torah says is, Vayichan Sham Yisrael Ke'ish Echad B'Lev Echad, that the Jewish people dwelled there like one person with one heart. And the word Ke'ish, which means like one, Ke'ish Echad, like one, the word Ke'ish has 4 letters, and those 4 letters make up the name Kfir, Ariel, Yarden, and Shir. Today, we all embrace them. And what we have to take strength from this is to be able to recognize that we must be one. We must stand for each other against hate, against anti-Semitism, standing to support the Jewish people. We must turn our anger and our pain into action of connecting to our spirituality, to our Judaism, to our Torah that illuminates the world. And we must be like the menorah and illuminate the world with the morality, the ethics, the empathy, the love, the joy, and the wisdom of the Torah. I don't know how and when and where, but may God comfort Yarden Bibas and the whole family. And may those little angels fly over all of us, and may God protect them in celestial wings under his throne. Have a great day.